Bruh, the stress of today. Oh my gosh. Welcome back to my channel. I am your favorite mother of three, Bougie Vintage, and a little birdie told me that you guys wanted me to recap Baddies, so here I am to deliver that. Baddie, baddie, shut up. Baddie, baddie, shut up. First and foremost, my allergies have been kicking my butt this morning. I've taken 2 allergy pills, baby. They are not kicking in. I don't know what it is. I feel like they're gonna kick in and they're just gonna make me tired. So if you hear me doing a lot of sniffling today, that is because my allergies are acting all the way up, okay? I want to say a special shout out to my moderator Lulu because she gave me the Zeus and forced me to do this Baddies recap for you guys. So shout out to her because this is her Zeus network that we are using to watch the show and do the recap. So yay for Lulu. Woohoo, Lulu. Okay, without further ado, let's get right on into the explosive 4 episodes of Baddies Caribbean. I have not decided yet if I'm going to break this video down into like part 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4. I think that's probably the best course of action because each episode is about an hour long, and then when I do recaps, my recaps either are longer than the actual episode or just like the same time as the episode because I'm recapping, talking about what happened and also showing clips. So because of that, I don't want this video to be 4 hours long, so I'm probably gonna chop this into 2 but premiere them at the same time. So once the first premiere ends, then the second premiere can go ahead. Okay, let me stop talking and let's get into this. The episode starts off showing a future moment, so Asian Doll and Mariah Lynn squaring up over apparently Asian Doll saying something about dark-skinned women and being negative. And so Mariah Lynn thought she was going to stand up for dark-skinned women in that moment, which I ain't got no problem with it. But it's clear to me that nobody was giving a damn because why is Mariah Lynn fighting and the black people are doing nothing? But they show us that and then they're like 1 month earlier. Now, what I have to say is that the little baddie song that Natalie has is halfway decent. I mean, it's not the best, but I heard the potential, you know what I mean? It's very much on brand. Whooping everybody. Listen, child. I said, okay. Miss Nunn did her big one. Anyway, she actually inspired my hair today, so shout out to her. Okay, I love all of her confessional scenes with her crazy hair. There was like one I didn't like, which was the first pink one that we saw, where she had like the swoop. That one looked a little messy, girl. But that's neither here nor there. I decided to decorate my buns today. In the introduction, we find out that they are going to the Barbados, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and originally they're supposed to be in Jamaica, but I think they were in Jamaica at the last part of the last season. So I guess they're not going to Jamaica this season, which makes absolutely no sense. They need to return, okay? Because it's really not Baddies Caribbean without Jamaica. Like, duh! And then I will meet up with the baddies in Jamaica and do my big one. The difference between them being international and them being in America is if they are too bad, they can definitely get locked up in one of these Caribbean jails. And baby, that is just not something you ever want to do. You never want to get locked up in a jail in a different country. Like, what? You don't want that kind of smoke. So Natalie makes that very clear. In her introduction, she says, I'm not going to introduce myself because we're not going to play like y'all don't know who I am. I'm the baddest, blah, 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 all these things. I actually don't even really need to recap this first episode because, you know, it was just us being introduced to everybody that's going to be on the season minus the replacements and like showing their like introduction videos. Now, Natalie definitely makes it very clear that she is the boss and the girls are not going to try to come for her this season in order to state their claim in the Baddies house or the Baddies franchise. She's like, there's been enough of that over the season where people are trying to do too much where she's concerned, and she's not going for none of it this season. This actually starts off in Miami and they are getting on a yacht, and Suki is the first person to board the yacht. However, she does not really show up in any of the other episodes that I watched. The next person to pull up is Scotty. Scotty also states that she is not going for any disrespect this season. It's on and poppin'. Tasiki pulls up. Mariah Lynn pulls up. She says that she knows that people did not want her back on the show, but that's too damn bad. She's back. Biggie also pulls up, and Biggie says they're in the Caribbean now. They're not in America anymore. This is her stomping grounds in the Caribbean, and so she's going to be running things. We will see about that. Sapphire says that, you know, a lot of people misunderstood her last season and they thought that she was soft, but she's just an emotional person. She said that she's not going to be emotional this season. We'll get into that. And then of course we have Jayla, who stated that she is the baddest baddie that has ever grazed, is what she said. I don't know, because when I watched 2 seasons ago, I wasn't feeling Jayla. Both Jayla and Sapphire's bum were in my face and I did not appreciate it at all. Okay, like, and it's baddie, so I know I'm gonna get tons of unwanted, unsolicited nudity and upskirt shots and all kinds of craziness, but I mean, it's not necessary. And so when Jayla comes onto the boat, you know, in Biggie's confessional, she's like, she does not give a damn about Jayla, and Jayla can get slapped. They have ongoing beef or an ongoing feud from after last season and stuff that happened online. And so when Jayla does get on the boat, she is the only person that does not greet Jayla.
To this yacht, I don't even care to see this girl. She can get smacked. Win, lose, or draw.
When people say win, lose, or draw after they say somebody can get smacked, it's very much giving, I know she could probably whoop me, but I'm gonna still fight her just to get my ones off. Like, no girl, just stop. Listen, I'm not gonna go on national television and have my ass handed to me and also have my wig taken. Like, could you imagine me or baddies getting beat up or something? Girl, no, that's too embarrassing. Natalie surprises the girls with baddie chains, okay, with like the Zeus network symbol on the pendant. Now obviously these chains are only going to the OGs that are on the boat, so the newbies are not going to get their chains, at least not for now. Maybe they'll get them at the end of the season if they survive, but right now they are not receiving baddie chains. So since it's a new season, Natalie starts talking about like turning over a new leaf, but she brings up the fact that since last season wrapped, that there have been, you know, a little bit of ongoing feuds because of stuff online and blah blah blah. And so she starts saying how that has caused extra tension between people. And then Biggie interrupts her and she's like, actually, it's you and you that have been doing that kind of stuff, like saying stuff online.
We all commentate on YouTube things or whatever.
It's not even some of us. It's y'all two.
Oh, it's us.
Jayla, Mina, and Natalie. Me coming into my 3rd season, I'm nobody's pun. Whether it's you, Natalie, or the top bitch or the bottom bitch, I'm not the pun to nobody's joke at all. We all know I have to address the elephant in the room. Because Natalie and Jayla, they're always online just running their mouths. And no, we're going to make sure we nip things at the butt. Because this time, it's not the same Biggie.
So I agree with Biggie, you know, standing up for herself and saying like, y'all are not about to make me the pun of nobody's joke this season, blah blah blah. I think what happens in these reality shows when people watch the show back and they see what people said in their confessionals when certain things were happening, it kind of throws salt into old wounds, and then people, you know, come up at their skin a little bit. And so I think that's what we're seeing with Biggie here, and so she's now taking her moment to address it in a new season, but it already had gotten messy because things were said online. And so they pull up Biggie's tweet, right? Yeah, every time you see me, you're smiling in my face. Don't get caught up smiling again. I don't care if I could fight or not. You'll get smacked too. And so in her defense, she kind of put a stipulation on here. She's like, if you smile in my face and you are fake with me, you could get slapped. She didn't say, I'm gonna smack her on sight, because those are 2 very different things. And so Biggie starts addressing Jayla and addresses that very tweet. And so Jayla is sat there. She's listening, okay? She's listening. But I think it was going in one ear and right out the other. Biggie was trying to have a moment here to address the elephant in the room, as she had put it in her confessional. And I guess try to be a grown-up about it instead of, going in with bad blood. I think she was trying to be mature about it, despite the fact that she said what she said online. Sometimes you say stuff and you can't take it back, which is why you're not supposed to post any and everything. Girl, delete your Twitter. Okay, that's why you're not supposed to post any and every thought that pops into your head. But obviously, when you are seeing red because of emotions being high or whatever, you might say the wrong thing about the wrong person, and then before you know it, you getting snatched up. Everything that Biggie was trying to say in this moment, Jayla was not feeling at all. She's like, she didn't care nothing about it, okay? Fast forward a little bit, and Jayla is now standing up. Now, when you are in a confrontation with somebody, and they're sitting down, and you decide you're going to stand up because you're either feeling, like you need to stand up because you're just having too many emotions, and you may be trying to self-regulate. But her standing up posed as a threat to Biggie. And so Biggie was kind of like, why are you standing? You can see the smoke and the tension rising between the two, okay? Jayla feels as though Biggie should have just DM'd her instead of tweeting what she tweeted. But I think because of the platform that they have been using, so because of the Zeus network, the Baddies franchise, and whatever, because of this, and it being reality TV, there's probably a lot of fans and people in both of their ears saying, you really gonna let her talk to you like that and do this and that, and it kind of puts a battery in your back, and I feel like that's kind of where Biggie was probably at in those moments. Because the disrespect that Biggie felt was public, I guess that's why she also tweeted how she was feeling instead of DMing Jayla, because maybe she felt like DMing her was a punk move instead of, saying it with her chest, which obviously she said it with her chest in the tweet. Jayla felt entitled to a DM if she really felt some type of way, and I guess if Biggie DM'd her, she would have apologized. The reason that they're even fighting is dumb, because Jayla was asked a question from the fans, which was, who do you think won between Biggie and Roelly? And Jayla actually tried to not answer the question, but Natalie, being the instigator that she is, she kind of pushed Jayla to answer the question. Now, obviously, if you watch a fight, if it's freaking boxing and it's Floyd Mayweather versus somebody else, okay? Child, look at me not knowing nobody to put him against. If it's them two fighting, say Floyd Mayweather wins the fight, but you ask the court of public opinion who they think won, some people might not say Floyd, right? They might say his opponent won, and like the fight is rigged. So that's pretty much what's happening here. People are gonna have different opinions about who won the fight. It really doesn't matter. If she thinks that Biggie won the fight, or if she thinks that Roelly won the fight, then that's her own opinion. It doesn't matter about, what she saw, unless she went to Biggie first and was like, you whooped her, but then on live she says something crazy, or she says something opposite to that. Then I could see why Biggie would be upset, because why would you tell me that I won the fight, but then on camera you telling the whole public that the other girl won the fight, But people have eyes, and people saw who won the fight, or in their opinion at least, who got more licks in. So that's really why this whole entire thing is dumb, because Biggie should not be mad that Jayla said that Roelly won the damn fight. It's actually very stupid. And so before Jayla actually stands up, she does try to explain, what is the problem with me saying that she won the fight? Like, why is it such a big deal? It was just my opinion. And so because Biggie is still like, absolutely not, that's kind of when Jayla decided, okay, enough is enough. I'm gonna stand up now and make my point very clear. But this is when it became an even bigger issue.
You said that you was gonna smack me. I said stand on it. When you stand it, do not.
You're doing a lot though.
No.
Right now.
Like I
Instead
said.
of speaking like we're all sitting, because you're standing up.
Because
Like I said, stand on it, or you're standing up. You're standing up. You're standing up. You're standing up. You're standing
Ooh,
up.
not the swing girl. I mean, I don't know if Biggie was trying to hit Jayla or not, because the way she who checked what kind of smack is that? Ooh, I never smacked something like that before. Ooh, Biggie gonna beat me up when you see me? Not. She swung in a weird way. Like, I feel like this motion is not doing nothing to nobody, not even a dog. Okay, like, That's not doing nothing to nobody, but that's how she swung on Jayla. And if you do that, like, you know, if you do anything to try to smack somebody, punch somebody, hit somebody, it's up from that point. So at this point, I don't fault or blame Jayla for however she feels after that, because yes, she stood up and maybe she was a little threatening because I'm sitting, you're standing, but at the same time, it's not like she was in Biggie's face when she stood up. She did get a little closer, but there was so many people in between them that it wasn't like she was coming over to Biggie to smack her. She said, I'm going to say this and I'm done. So she was actually just speaking, you know. She said, I'm going to say this and I'm done. But Biggie didn't like the confrontation of it all, and she didn't like where it was heading, and so she was like, you're standing up? Okay, I'm standing up too, and I'm sorry. So that is where the boat ride went left. Mind you, we are only 16 minutes into the episode, and we've only gotten through the first bunch of baddies that are on the scene, right? Like, we only are seeing the OG's introduction videos. We have not seen anything else, and we're already fighting. Of course, security steps in. Mariah Lynn is like, we might as well have rented a boxing ring because all these girls ever want to do is fight. Like, it's annoying. And I agree. Like, y'all are supposed to be enjoying the islands. Okay, I get it. They're just in Miami right now, but like, y'all are not supposed to be starting off your trip from island to island on this bad note. Jayla tells Mariah, I love you, but don't insert yourself in this situation here, because I'm telling you, when I get off the boat, me and her are gonna do what we need to do, and if you get in the way, you gon' it's out of my hands. It's out of my hands. It's up and it's stuck. Okay, that's what Jayla told Mariah Lynn, and I was like, damn, now Mariah Lynn's gonna get popped on Biggie's behalf. That being said, we end up seeing who else is joining the cast, and to my surprise, Miss Bianca Bonnie, aka Chicken Noodle Soup, Chicken Noodle Soup, Chicken Noodle Soup, with a soda on the side, let it rain. Clear it out. Let it rain. Okay, well, she's joining the cast. Of course, we know her from Chicken Noodle Soup, but we also know her from Love and Hip Hop, and her and Mariah Lynn and Cardi B were, you know, three musketeers on Love and Hip Hop. Cardi B's career took off. Mariah Lynn's and Bianca Bonnie's did not. I think Bianca had a baby. You know, things happened in their lives, respective lives. The other people that are joining the cast is Callie Way, which is Blueface's sister, and her whole identity right now is coming for Natalie's spot. Meatball is popular on TikTok. Diamond the Body and Tinkabella are both joining the cast. Tinkabella and Diamond actually fought at the audition, and so Tinkabella was collecting her golden ticket, or Willy Wonka ticket, okay? And while she was collecting her ticket, Diamond the Body thought that she needed to prove a point, and so she was trying to get a ticket too, so she snatched off Tinkabella's wig and then got, okay? Tinkabella whooped her. She whooped her. Then this girl named Slim is also joining the cast. She's not Slim, so I don't know why her name is Slim, but I thought she was gonna be Slim Girl. She's not Slim. This girl named Dia from the Bahamas, so she has a Bahamian accent. Big Gretchen, chow. She from Puerto Rico, okay? She's Puerto Rican. She's Puerto Rican, okay? Puerto Rican. She is from Puerto Rico, and she's confused. We will talk about that when we talk about that. And then, of course, Aubrey O'Day, which was the shock of my life, is joining the cast, as well as the Claremont twins and Tommy from Love and Hip Hop. We have two people on injury reserve, which is Roelly and Anamaly. And Biggie actually said that Roelly is going to end up right back on that injury reserve list if she comes off. After I see this, I don't know that Roelly going to end up on no injury reserve list. Okay, I'm sorry, Biggie. I'm a big fan of Biggie, but this was not it. Suki actually says that she won't be at the dinner, and everybody's like, what do you mean you're not gonna be at the dinner? Yes, you are. Natalie pretty much told her she don't have a choice. She needs to be at the dinner. She needs to meet all the new baddies, and then they do their baddie shot o'clock. They take a shot, and that's that. Later in the evening, so when it's dark outside, they're still on the boat. Suki and Sapphire have a chat. Now, based on the things that occurred last season between Suki and Sapphire, Sapphire wanted to approach Suki despite the fact that they've already squashed it off camera, on camera, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, girl. They've already squashed it, but she wanted to, you know, bring it up again and ask Suki how she's feeling about everything. Now, Suki has a performance in Cali, so that's why she can't go to the dinner. So she actually really is not going to the dinner. But because she had this performance, Sapphire wanted to catch up with her before she left.
I don't know. Okay, I just ain't about to give her no clout. I'm not giving nobody no motherfucking clout. That's not. This is my bread. This is Sukiana brand. Sukiana don't work hard to get here.
But Suki tells Sapphire she doesn't know where they stand. Says to Sapphire, "You make friends, I don't. So you are extroverted, I am introverted, and I'm not feeling none of these girls like that, okay? My thing is, if you go on Baddies, I'm not thinking like you're gonna make a bestie, you know, but in this experience, you should be going with the open mind that you're going to make a friend or two. Okay, you don't have to befriend everybody on the cast. That's not normal. But you should be walking away with at least one friend. You know, Suki is not open to that, so I don't really know why she joined the cast, or maybe Natalie like pressured her to join. Girl, I don't freaking know. So when Sapphire, you know, realizes what type of time Suki's on, she gets a little emotional. In her introduction video, she said she's not gonna be emotional this season, and the first time we see her in a private one-on-one conversation, the girl is emotional. Girl, please get together. I said, is she a Cancer? What is the waterworks about? Like, what are you crying for? All the girls said was she don't know where y'all stand. Suki is highly annoyed when Sapphire starts the waterworks.
Friends, but I don't let bitches play with me or get in my circle because these bitches are trying.
What Suki said is fair. So it's not even really that she doesn't make friends. It's just that she's not going to let nobody try her. Like, you're not going to play in her face, which you shouldn't let anybody play in your face. So I stand with Suki on this matter.
Bitch, I know you're not about to cry. I don't give a fuck. It ain't no big thing for me.
Considering that we have moved past that, having to reopen old wounds, it is a little tricky. Because, bitch, y'all know I love the cry. And those are my real feelings, and I don't give a fuck.
So she goes to have her little moment, and she comes back after she wipes her tears and gets some damn sense. I don't know if she's crying at the whole unfollowing thing, because, you know, there was girls that unfollowed her on Instagram. You know, Suki was talking about that. She said that she feels effed up about it, and Suki was like, she don't feel no type of way about it. Because, I mean, if I just met you and you unfollow me, I don't care. Like, first of all, even if I, first of all, let me just put this out there. If I know you and I thought we were dogs and you unfollow me, I'm still not gonna care. Because to me, Instagram is not real. Like, I barely post on there anyway. I don't post, so why would you follow me? You know what I mean? I don't post. Anyway, when she comes back to the table, Suki stands 10 toes down on what she said. So she said, you know, she's not giving nobody no clout, and that includes Sapphire. And she got a show to attend, to perform at, and she's out. And that's just that. So then we go to the introduction, which I said budgets has increased. Now, I never watched last season. I'm gonna watch it, but I never watched last season, so I don't know what the introduction was last season. But this introduction is very much giving Love and Hip Hop budget. You know, it's up there. So after we see the introduction, we are at the hotel. I don't know if they're on the roof, but Natalie is sat waiting for Anamaly and Roelly to show up. These are the two women that are on injury reserve, who also ironically have issues. Now, Anamaly is on injury reserve because she has fractured 1, 2, 3 places in her face because she got into an altercation with someone. She does not specify. She actually does not like to talk about it. She gets a little emotional, cries a little bit about it because it's tough for her to talk about. That's why she's not joining the cast right away, because she doesn't want to, you know, maybe get into an altercation with somebody else and, you know, damage the rest of her face, like, which is wise, you know. At this point, Natalie tells her that Roelly is also on injury reserve, and Anamaly starts laughing about the fact that Roelly is on injury reserve.
Roelly is on the injured reserve list too. Y'all don't get along, but you had all that surgery, and then, you know, some things happen.
Yes!
So Anamaly starts clapping at the fact that Roelly is on injury reserve. And I'm like, girl, humble yourself, ma'am, because you have a fractured face right now. You don't have time to be laughing at nobody else's pain. And, you know, then we start seeing somebody approaching from the darkness. And this is when I kind of fell in love with Anamaly. She's hilarious. So Anamaly is seeing that Roelly is approaching, and she's in her confessional, she refers to Roelly as an eclipse, and I freaking cackled. I was like, there's no way she just called this lady a damn eclipse.
So I'm sitting here talking to Natalie, and it's just like a big ass shade, like an eclipse. Taking the light away. And that's when I knew Roelly is fucking here.
When she said it, that's when I knew. I was on the floor. I'm like, there's no way. So of course, Roelly sits down and she starts chopping it up with Natalie. Natalie gives both of them their baddie chains because they are OGs. But then Roelly and Anamaly start having a screaming match at each other. And it was at this point I knew I was too old to be watching shows like this because I can't take too much noise. My brain gets overstimulated, you know, in the daytime. Once my kids get home from school and there's all three of them are home, I'm already overstimulated, especially like if I had to work or anything like that. So when night came and I'm watching this show and these girls are just bickering and fighting and bickering and fighting, I say, yeah, I'm getting old. I can't handle all the like, it's too much for me. Like, I'm gonna still watch, okay, to deliver all the goods, but it's too much for my ears.
And I felt like when ET left the stage, everybody's energy shifted, especially yours. You was hitting my blunt.
I didn't hit your blunt. You're delusional.
No, you didn't hit my blunt.
You bitches be
You hit my blunt.
Because I don't
The
even
thing
smoke.
is this, Anna,
I don't smoke backwards. I don't
You
smoke
talk all that
Gumdale.
shit.
I mean, you guys are arguing over if she hit your blunt or not 6 months ago. Like, what the hell? I can't with the bickering. And so they just are yelling at each other, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. And so Roelly tells her, don't make her fracture her face in 3 more places. I said, child, this is ghetto. They pretty much do not stop, you know, arguing, and things get very heated between the two of them. While they're arguing, obviously security steps in, blah blah blah. Okay, security's all over the place. They're making sure nobody gets thrown off the damn roof. The fight, I would say, was prevented. They couldn't fight because security was in the way. They're throwing stuff, protein bars is flying everywhere. It's a mess. Either which way, this scene ended. Thank the Lord. Fast forward to dinner time, and there's this grand old table, and all the baddies are sitting at the table, and they're waiting for their guest of honor to show up. At this time, they do their witch chant and to teach Aubrey how it is, which is baddie shot o'clock, baddie shot o'clock. Okay, and they take the little shot. Never giving shot, because every time I see it, it's orange juice in that cup or something colored. It's never giving clear or brown. So I don't know what they're shotting, but it's not straight liquor. Aubrey O'Day tells them she just want to feel young again. That's why she's here, because of all, you know, the Diddy stuff going on. She just needed like some release and relief. At this point, at this lovely dinner, of course, Jayla decides she wants to address Biggie again. Mind you, Biggie sat there minding her business this time, okay? She's thinking, okay, whatever, they could be in the same room. The adult thing to do, but it's too late because Biggie did this. I don't know if I this get woo child. So you know, Jayla is gonna Jayla.
But before we even get to all of that, you said you was gonna slap me early, so what the fuck is you gonna do? Bitch, what's up?
Get up, because you got me fucked up. It's every time.
First of all, Biggie wasted no time, so let me say that. But Aubrey O'Day's face was in utter shock. She's like, what just happened? She is shocked. She might be even appalled. She's like, what is this? This is what I signed up for? I said I came to have fun. I thought I was gonna be on the beach. No, girl, you didn't watch any of the damn episodes. Don't sit next to nobody. Go sit in the corner, okay? Because you might get a drink thrown on you. You might get spat on. You might get punched in the head by accident, girl. You don't know what's gonna happen. So, Aubrey, these are not your people. Okay, I'm telling you right now. This is not the place that you gonna come for grace and style. Okay, this is not it. Okay, so she gonna have to fix her face, because every time we see her, she either hugging onto a security guard, trying to stay out of danger, or she is like just widening her eyes like, whoa, this is ghetto as hell. Priceless. She don't know what the frig to do. Of course, Jayla and Biggie get to swapping it out, and security gets involved. At this point, Biggie's wig is off and Jayla is bleeding. She has a scratch under her eye. She has scratches on her chest. And Biggie snatched Jayla's chain off and is running off with it. So because of these things, Jayla said she gonna be fighting her every damn day. Biggie at this point is very upset. She decides she's leaving for the night. New girls arrive. As soon as Bianca walked in, I said, what the hell this girl got on? A mess. What's the blue outfit?
Walking into dinner with Meatball and Bianca, and the place was so beautiful. Like, everything was pink. It was
Bianca's outfit was dreadful, but what was even more dreadful was her behavior. Oh my gosh. So because of the altercation that happened between Suki, Sapphire, and Mariah Lynn from last season, Bianca decided that she was going to come in here and act a damn fool. A plum fool. Okay, I wasn't feeling it at all. I think it's immature, but this is not Charm School, okay? It's not Charm School. We need Charm School back. Monique, please bring back Charm School, because these girls on Baddies need Charm School so bad. Bianca, obviously she goes to hug Mariah Lynn. She's greeting everybody, but when she goes to hug Sapphire, it was actually a scheme set up by Todd, and she attacks her instead.
Join us.
Oh, girl. Snuck her. And you know they love a good cliffhanger. So Bianca snuck Sapphire because of what they did to Mariah Lynn last season, but it's just like Mariah Lynn and Sapphire already squashed that. So Bianca coming in now and doing this was very unruly, unnecessary, tacky, just like the outfit she got on. That attack actually happened so fast that I didn't even catch it in real time. I had to rewind to see. I thought that Sapphire actually attacked Bianca, but it was Bianca that attacked Sapphire. And so I was actually confused, because I'm like, what why did Sapphire attack her? Did they have like an online altercation? But when I watched it, I realized it was actually Bianca, not Sapphire, that was the aggressor. So that's how the first episode ended. Let's jump right into episode 2. And I think, to not overwhelm myself, what I'm gonna do is film this episode now and then go handle what I need to do for my day, and then come back in the evening and film the rest. Because of all the chaos that ended the last episode, obviously going into this episode we knew that we were just gonna start with chaos. So Sapphire is like, Bianca must have lost her chicken noodle soup.
I don't even know this bitch. You thought you was gonna sneak me, not today.
Not today.
Bitch, are you losing your motherfucking chicken noodle soup? Are you crazy?
If that wasn't enough drama between Sapphire and Bianca, and you know, obviously if you sneak attack somebody, like if you pretend that you're going in for a hug but then start attack, that is the sneakiest sneak attack ever, okay? Like that is crazy behavior. That's not cool. She could have, you know, asked for her fair one, I think, but hey, what do I know? While that fight is going on, Callie Way and Natalie start beefing. Because obviously Callie Way has stated even before, like once she got casted, that she was coming for Natalie's spot. Now, Callie Way is Blueface's sister, as we know, Carlissa's daughter. That family we know is crazy. And so I am not shocked by Callie Way's attitude. However, what I see here is that Blueface, and obviously because of Krishan, they have ties to Zeus already. So Callie Way getting on the show was obviously, you know, a behind the scenes thing. It wasn't because she deserves to be on the show. Now they're going at it because Callie Way had posted about taking Natalie's job, but she's trying to now recant and say that she was more so trying to say she wants to learn from Natalie because Natalie's been in the game 15 years, blah, 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 blah. But that's some bull, okay? That is some bull. That being said, they was really turning up. In all of this chaos, she bumps Mariah, when she got bumped, decided that she's gonna hit Callie So she did. And so more chaos ensues. And I'm just like, I don't know why I'm expecting better or like, I don't know what I'm expecting from this. But it's just like, why is so much happening? It's too chaotic.
Yeah, you the one who piped about me, bitch. You just said something. You piped about me, bitch. I'm talking about my spot. What are you talking about? I'm trying to come to you like a real bitch.
I know this bitch Callie did not try to pop up on me.
What are you talking about? You want to get ratchet? We can get ratchet.
What is your
You
name
want to
again?
start over, Miss Natalie?
I don't know your name.
How old are you? 45?
Doesn't matter.
How old are you, bitch?
It's so ratchet and it's a lot of cursing. You know, Callie starts coming for Natalie's age and Natalie's like, your mother, and all this stuff, and I'm just like, yeah. But at this point, Natalie decides she want to fight Callie, so she run up on Callie, but she ends up falling into the plants, like goofy as always. Like, Natalie knows she can't fight, but she will still try to fight. Natalie will get beat up on every show, every season. She does not care because she's the boss. If I'm the boss and I'm gonna participate in the festivities and the ratchetry, I'm not getting my butt beat. I'm not. You're not gonna beat me up. You're not gonna. If I know I can't fight and I'm the boss, I'm not going to insert myself in any drama, and I'm not going to instigate the drama so that the girls are even mad at me when they have stuff going on and try to blame me, because that's all they do with Natalie. But she does instigate a lot of stuff. She makes it so that there's drama, but that's what you sign up for when you're signing up for a reality TV show, especially one that's called Baddies. So I have no sympathy for, you know, the girls where Natalie's concerned instigating the stuff, because at the end of the day, you knew what time it was. You seen season 1, you see Natalie on Bad Girls Club. You know who Natalie is at this point. She doesn't hide who she is. She is who she is. So you have to either respect it or get lost. You know, if you go on one season and decide this show is not for me, you don't return. She can beg you, but you're like, no, you don't like how she moved, so you don't return. But I have a question. I want to know, is it possible to go on Baddies and not have any drama with anybody at any given time? I feel like I could pull it off. Because I'm just so peaceful. But sometimes people just don't like you, so you know, they're not gonna fool with you, or they want to fight you because of whatever reason. I'm telling you right now, if I was in Natalie's shoes, Nan girl would be touching me. And I'm not running up on nobody either, because at the end of the day, every time Natalie runs up on somebody, she's falling over, tripping over her own damn feet. When she fell into the plants, and I need to show you. When she fell into the plants, I said, I cannot. This is embarrassing. Bianca and Roelly are fighting Callie, right? Callie tries to fight them back or whatever, and so now multiple people are fighting this girl. But she is like a freaking, if you try to fight a crackhead, it's just not something you're supposed to do, right? So she's on it. And so Natalie is egging Bianca on when she sees that Bianca and Callie are fighting.
My shit,
You ain't the queen of shit,
you
bitch.
respect that you
You ain't
ain't
the
my
queen of
shit.
shit.
Okay, let's go.
Here we go.
I hit Callie, she try to hit me back. Bianca jumps in, tries to hit her. I get bumped.
You get bumped. Mariah Lit is so funny. Natalie get beat up every time. Why did she do this to herself? Natalie gets her butt handed to her every single time. Are you not embarrassed? Like, Natalie, girl. And it's so funny because in the first episode, she said, these girls are not going to come for me this season to try to stake their claim, none of this. And that's exactly what's happening. You is over there falling into the plants, ma'am. So we see Aubrey holding on to security, looking around like, is it safe? At this point, Natalie's wig is off. Jayla, of course, gets involved. You know, everybody's gonna defend Natalie's honor. Callie is doing absolutely too much, because at this point, she's trying to fight everybody. To the point where she's in, I think, the bathroom, and she's yelling to Natalie that Journey needs her. So now she's done brought the kids into it, and I'm like, wrong or right, you leave people's kids out of it. Mind you, she's saying all this stuff while her titties is just hanging, swinging. Her titties got more licks in than she did at this point, okay? Natalie decides she's going to leave for the night because she obviously didn't come here for this. They came for a nice, quiet, romantic dinner. That is not what they got. And so Natalie leaves. Child, I gotta stop pausing this video on this lady. But she starts yelling about how she's a real millionaire.
I'm a real millionaire. Y'all want to keep coming for me? I'm not the one to come
my door. Which one is me? Open it up. Open up my door. Get me the fuck out of here. Move the trucks. Where's my shit? No.
So, as you see, her wig is gone. She cannot find her vehicle. This is just, everything's bad. You fell into the plans. You lost your wig. You can't, she's telling you about your kids. You can't find your car. The production cannot find your car. Now, as much as Zeus allows Natalie to say this is her ish and she's the EP and yada yada yada, it's very clear to me that she has very limited power. So even though the girls do have to turn to her for a lot of things, she's not really the one that's in charge. And so that's why people can get away with the stuff that they get away with where she's concerned, because she's only in charge in her own mind, like a real freaking you know what. Okay, she's only in charge in her mind, because if she wasn't on the surface in charge, then we would see that the people that come for her are no longer on the show. Or when situations like the situation with Gretchen arises, she will be kicked off the show. Because if majority is saying, if all the cast members are saying she gotta go, she gotta go, she gotta go, and nothing is happening, you could obviously see it's above Natalie's, you know, level of power. If I am the EP and I'm saying this is my ish, you are my ish, yada 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 yada, and you trying to come for my spot, and then we get to the dinner, it's your introduction, and the first thing you want to do is fight me, you're not staying, because that's how much power I have. I'm going to use my almighty power and do what I need to do. Like, she has no power. She's like, she's been doing this, she's always yelling about her accolades, but then people are beating you up and you're falling into the plans. You can't make this up. Ooh, I love a good delusional moment. And don't get it twisted, I love Natalie, I do, but she's just actually crazy. Like, she's a lunatic. But back inside, we see that Callie is spitting on folk. So this is highly problematic. Mariah, you know, gets in the crossfires of the spit, and she's upset. She's like, put a muzzle on her, blah 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 blah. And then Sapphire and Bianca also get to fighting again. And so, you know, now it can be fair, but while they are fighting, Sapphire's shoulder pops out of place. Child, I said, see, that's how you know you're too old to be fighting, because your shoulder should not be popping out of place. That being said, I don't know what kind of weave glue Bianca got, but I need it. Because when I say lace in place, girl, the lace was in place and intact.
I see you. That's fine, bitch. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. That's fine.
Nasty work. Spitting on somebody is like, it's so low. If you have hands, you don't need to spit. Sapphire has every right and all the grounds in the world to whoop her. Bianca came on this show acting a plum fool, okay? Because I would have been happy to just see Bianca just chilling out, you know, vibing on with the baddies. But that's not what she came in here doing. She's doing too much too soon. Ooh, 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 ooh. Not run it again.
No, we're not done.
We need Jerry Springer.
My goddamn shoulder popped out of place. But at this point, it don't matter. It's the principle that you stuck.
Do you know what kind of willpower you gotta have for your shoulder to pop out of place and you still try to box? I personally love the enthusiasm here with Sapphire. And let me tell you something else. Because everybody's always popping off at any given moment, I would never be out in my cutest outfit. I'm wearing t-shirt and jeans everywhere, because y'all, not even t-shirt and jeans, baby. I'm wearing fighting clothes. I am wearing shorts, okay, like bicycle shorts and a big t-shirt. That's just what my outfits are gonna have to be, because the way these girls fight and their titties is flying everywhere and their booties is out and they're just shameless. Bring back shame, please. What's happening? None of them here chastising the girls. I am. And let me tell you something too. If you are a security guard that works for Zeus Network and you are watching this, what is your pay? What is your pay? Because you guys need a raise. The way the girls act, and I see they have stocked up on security. It's a lot of security, more than BGC ever had. Okay, it's a lot of security here. And one of my favorite things about this show is, despite the fact that they fight, they don't get kicked off. Like BGC, if you fought, there was a meeting and you had to leave. Whereas here, they fight every day, child. They fight and nobody goes home, which I can appreciate. Even though there are replacements in certain circumstances, they're not going to kick them off for fighting, because that's the whole premise of the show, really, right? People fighting. They're supposed to be getting to the bag and getting money, but we already know the money in the bag is invisible. At this point, Meatball is beside herself, and she is like, what the hell? Like, we came here for dinner. What is happening? We're supposed to be meeting everybody. Like, Meatball is beside herself. Callie tries to then call out Meatball because they came together.
Meatball, these bitches chose the biggest bitch. These bitches, I'm good. That's what I'm trying to tell you. These bitches picked the wrong one. Don't let me find out you a follower, Meatball. You see me walk in, bitch. I'm saying you see me walk in, you a follower.
Holly started coming at me. It's like, bitch, I ain't choosing no sides. I'm not on nobody's side. I don't even know what the fuck going on.
Exactly.
I'm on the side with baked beans, potatoes, and lamb chops. Bitch, you crazy?
And I said, okay, adding Meatball to my list. I gotta find her on TikTok. I don't know Meatball, so I gotta go find her on TikTok and see what she's doing out there because she's hilarious. Callie starts trying to call her a follower or like inquire about if she's a follower or not. Why would she be fighting for you? She don't know you. She doesn't know what's going on, baby. We don't even know what's going on. The viewers at home have seen everything and we don't know what's going on. So I don't know what she's expecting Meatball to freaking know and like fight for her or fight with her because she saw her getting jumped, baby. She don't need to jump in. She already got a ticket. She got a ticket to come to Baddies or whatever. She got invited onto the show. You know, she's not there as a replacement. She don't need to do too much and be extra upon coming in. Like, they were just supposed to meet and have dinner and have drinks, and that was it. This whole entire thing is so ghetto. Like, if you call down a hailstorm of poop on yourself and then you expect somebody else to jump in and save you, you are delusional. Meatball didn't come in there saying, oh, Natalie, I'm gonna take your spot. Yeah. Like, Callie did. Make it make sense, girl. She don't have to stick up for you. Callie is delusional. At this point, a bunch of girls are now having to wear, like, the Zeus Network shirts because their titties are flying out, okay? Aubrey, Jayla, Scotty, and Sapphire go to see Natalie in her hotel suite. Sapphire, because of the whole spitting incident, she says she's gonna be fighting Bianca daily. She does not care. Jayla also states that she will be fighting Biggie daily. Natalie tells them at this moment that she got them a private jet to fly to the first destination. They're like, everybody, and she's like, no. And she also invited the Claremont twins.
I gotta talk to these
This
girls
makeup look is one of my
because
favorites
we're
that
on
I've
our way
seen
to
her in on this
Barbados, and I'm
season.
not doing
And her hairstyle is super cute there, and her eye makeup is super cute. I'll probably recreate some of the looks that I see that I like when I'm recapping. For the recap, I ain't gonna be sitting here doing my makeup and recapping, girl. This is not that, okay? I know that's what I used to do, girl, but it takes way too much time and it's way too much editing. When Natalie announces the Claremont twins are going to be on the jet with them, obviously Jayla is all excited and she gives us a good old twerk.
True. I invited
the Claremont twins. They're gonna join us.
I know you're happy.
Yes, we did Bad Girls Club together. Yes, and I absolutely love them so much. They're so iconic. Those are my bitches.
I actually have always liked the twins outside of Jayla. I like their vibe on, you know, Bad Girls Club. I like that they stuck together on Bad Girls Club, but like, I preferred the Claremont twins over Jayla. That being said, I am blocked by the Claremont twins. They are probably one of the only celebrities that have me blocked. But the reason that they blocked me was because there was this photo shoot that they did where their tongues were touching, and I had commented on it, and I just, like a casual comment. I didn't think I was gonna get blocked, bro. But I was just saying that I got 4 sisters and I would never. That's what I said, and they blocked me. I said, oh, okay, I'll take it. But I still love the Claremont twins. I get sad sometimes when I see them because of obviously their new look, but seeing them on the TV again was kind of refreshing in a way because I always liked their confessionals on Bad Girls Club, and so they have such a cute, nice personality. They're fun, you know, they're nice. They seem nice at least, right? And so I guess I offended them. Unblock me, okay? I can't believe I'm blocked by people. That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. I think that's the only time I've ever been like blocked. In the next scene, we see Biggie and Suki talking. Biggie obviously had to go get her hair redone because her wig got snatched off. Suki tells her she needs to give the pendant back to Jayla. Biggie's refusing, and then eventually she agrees that she will give it back.
her chain back. Give me the chain. No, please. Nope, I ain't got her. Biggie, I know you got me. Bitch. Don't lie. I know you lying. Oh, why you leave?
So at this point, Biggie says that she gives the pendant back because she don't even want to see Jayla, but she's not dumb or delusional enough to think that they could even squash it at this point, or at least not anytime soon. And so she giving the pendant back, but she knows that they're probably gonna have to fight again. At this point, Bianca and Roelly show up. They obviously discuss or recap last night's festivities. Bianca is not listening when Roelly explains that her and Sapphire being squashed whatever they had from last season. There was no beef. It was water under the bridge. They had moved forward. You know, Bianca, being ignorant, has decided to have this feud ongoing, but now the feud is not even really between Mariah and Sapphire. It's now solely between Bianca and Sapphire, because Bianca inserted herself into something that did not exist anymore. Like, it was a dumb move. And Suki also agrees that it's dumb because she understands where Bianca's coming from. You know, it's her friend, she's going up for her, blah blah blah. But if I express to you it's been done and you still go out there and do that, you're making more problems for me, which that means that you're not really my friend, you know. Now, I personally want to know if the PJ is real or fake. I want to know if what we're seeing when they're actually on the private jet is fake. I'm like, is this a real jet, or is this like a stage that, you know, you go sit in and pretend you're on a private jet and then they just put them on a regular flight? Because that's what I think happens. The plane don't look like it's moving. You know, they get on and then it is what it is. But it's Zeus Air, right? So Zeus has their own jets or whatever. But like, I don't know. What do you guys think about the jets? And this is the Claremonts arriving.
The Claremont twins are here.
I'm Shannon. I'm Sinead. And we're the Claremont twins.
Because we're on our way to the Caribbean!
I thought that both people got private jets, but it looks like only the first group of girls got a private jet. The second group did not get a private jet. However, the flight attendant said it was Zeus Air, so this makes no sense to me. If it's Zeus Air, why is it not private? I'm confused.
Your attention, please. Zeus Air welcomes baddies. We're heading down to the Caribbean.
Biggie doing this on a non-private jet is crazy, okay? It's not private, so I don't know why they had the flight attendant saying Zeus Air. Chow, I hope you don't get fired. But it's not private, so what's happening there? Everyone is excited to go to Barbados, and everyone arrives very safely. When they get to the house, baby, this is a compound, okay? It is grand, okay? It's massive and pretty much not like anything that we've seen before on Baddies. Of course, when they get to the house, they're all like they never been nowhere before. And Aubrey O'Day said, "You hoes is broke," and I can tell. Okay, that's what she said. She didn't say it exactly like that, but that's what she said.
It's a castle. It was nice, but act natural in settings that you aren't used to. Don't let everybody know you never been to a restaurant that may cost an exuberant amount of money. They show a lot of excitement for things.
And she's very right. Like, if you are constantly screaming and excited about your hotel room, girl, you ain't never been nowhere before. Anyways, Natalie says it's time to get the Claremonts drunk. And so you know what it is, baddie shot o'clock. So they start pouring 1942 straight down their damn esophagus, okay? Natalie and the rest of the girls that came on the private jet, they start going around the house and, you know, choosing their bedrooms and stuff. Typical baddies behavior, right? And then the second batch of girls show up. We have Roelly, Suki, and Biggie showing up. So this is really just the OGs. And then shortly after that, obviously, more girls are going to show up. When they get there, right away, J-Lo starts with her foolishness, and she starts telling Biggie she is not staying in the same house as her. She's going to have to go stay in the other house, which is some bull because there's still enough rooms for Biggie to stay in this house. And so they start having a problem. At this point, you could say it's bullying, because it's one thing if you say you're gonna fight the girl every day, but don't try to say that she can't stay in this house. She's an OG. This is her 3rd season. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's such a big house. It doesn't even matter if Biggie's in there. They would probably never run into each other if they don't want to, but she's trying to bully her at this point. That's how I feel. Biggie stands her ground, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna actually go find my room right now, because I don't know what you're talking about. You have no pull, no control. Can't be telling me that I am not allowed to sleep in this house when I'm just as important as you are.
Me and Biggie got into it last night at the dinner. I'm really not over that. Y'all all good, fine and great, but I'm not sleeping in the same house with her. Respectfully, you can sleep over there with the
Like,
other
who
girls,
does she
but
think
you're
she
not sleeping in the
is?
main house.
Oh no, I'm sleeping in the main house.
Period.
We're gonna see.
We gonna figure it out.
You're not though. I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know. You're not sleeping in the main house.
You know what I think it is?
Property.
I think the 1942 got to Jayla. I think the 1942 made Jayla feel like she had more pull than she actually did. Because for her to tell Biggie she's not sleeping in the house, when Natalie said there's like 12 rooms in that house and then another 6 in like the little guest house that's on the compound, why wouldn't Biggie sleep in the house that has 12 rooms and there's only, what is there, like 8 of them? All the rooms were not filled. Biggie starts going around trying to find her room, and when Biggie goes to find her room, Jayla's following behind her. Like, this is bully behavior. And of course, all production, all security, and all the girls are also following to see if Biggie's gonna find a room or not.
Not in here.
I am.
Not in here.
Somewhere in
You
one
want to
of
bet?
these
How much you want to bet? What you want to put on
We
it?
gonna bet right now. Matter of fact, let me go find my room.
Period.
We gonna bet right now.
We already found ours. Go ahead.
We gonna find my room right now. No, we gonna find my room right now.
And it was hot. Very hot in that house. The air conditioning was not set up properly for this much conversation.
I'll tell you why. Because these islands and this damn AC bill, girl, you better have solar. A big house like that, you better have solar. I don't know what the hell, because you is not powering that house with no JPS if you're in Jamaica, girl. It'd be way too expensive.
Why do you think it's okay to come in here and kick me out of the Caribbean? Like, girl, are you even Caribbean? So where's my room?
I am. They played in her face, and she went and found her room as she should. I don't care. I'm on Biggie's side with this thing, because you are not about to tell me I can't sleep somewhere. Matter of fact, I'm gonna sleep on your bed on top of you. How about that? That's what Jayla would have to do with me. I'm sleeping on top of you just because you said I can't sleep in the house. Now I'm actually gonna bully you out of your bed because you tried to bully me out of the house. You want it to be Bad Girls Club or Baddies, because like that's the type of time I'd be on, because like you're really not gonna try to punk me in front of everybody and tell me I can't sleep in the house. Who made you the chief? Like, what is happening? Unacceptable. So Jayla's asking her, what do you want to do? We could argue, we could throw hands, we could argue, we could throw hands. So she's giving Biggie an option. After Biggie just went through the whole house, found her bedroom, said to Natalie, I'm taking that bedroom. Natalie says, okay. Why is Jayla still telling the girl, you not sleeping in here? Of course I'm not. This is the foyer, ma'am. Like, like I'm not sleeping in the foyer. I just found my bedroom. You just saw me find my bedroom. So why are you still arguing with me? Like, at this point, she's dragging it. It's annoying. That being said, when Jayla says, what you want to do? Biggie says, I'm on whatever type of time you're on. Well, then you better square up, because if you're on the same type of time she's on, she's clearly in fighting mode. She's being aggressive. She's in your face. She's approaching you.
I'm on whatever time that you on.
I'm on whatever time you want. I'm not going
You said what we don't. It don't matter. But you're not sleeping in here.
I see a fight coming on. Let me mind my motherfucking business. That pays me. Excuse me, Miss I don't know nothing. Exiting the chat.
I gave her her chain back. I gave you her chain.
Right,
So I already told you. I'm not talking to her.
We can listen. We can
The house
fight.
is already-
I don't care.
The house is already over, bro.
Okay, so now Biggie has clearly stated she is not talking to her. She's not arguing with her. She's not having nothing to do with her. So she's basically saying, you stay over there and I'm gonna stay over here, which is fair. Okay, all is fair in love and war. Okay, so this is fair. This is a fair statement. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to do I don't want nothing to do with you. You are scum of the earth. Like, she's like, back up off me. That's what Biggie is saying in this moment. And so now that I'm watching this the second time, I understand why Biggie was so upset when Jayla swung.
I get it. So what you want to do? What do you want to do? Are you doing fight every day? Every single day. So right now, I want y'all to figure it out.
Ooh.
What the fuck? Now, as we're talking, Jada decides to hit me in my fucking face. Like, it triggered me.
I don't know. Biggie's like back and forth. I think she was asking asking, are we gonna fight every day? But like, it wasn't coming off as a question. But I think that she was actually posing the question because Jayla was being so aggressive toward her. I think she was saying how ridiculous it is for them to fight every day. That's what I'm gathering here. She put her guard down. And that's where she messed up at, because she let her guard down when she leaned against the table. She leaned on the table, her hands are kind of to her sides, like they're not like she's not aggressive, but Jayla was still in the same stance that she was in. And once Biggie let her guard down, Jayla swung on her. To me, it was cowardice in the way that she approached the situation, but like, I think everybody was tired of them bickering anyway, because I'm hearing people in the background say, so fight right now, because if you guys are saying you're gonna fight every day, just fight right now. As you see, there's a lot of people around: the camera crew, the production crew, the security crew, the girl. And so Biggie is so caught off guard because she sat and was relaxed. But when somebody is heated, you should not put your guard down the way that Biggie did. And that's why Jayla popped her in her face. And then, you know, chaos ensued. And Biggie, you can hear that she's like confused when Jayla hits her. But I'm not really sure why she's confused, because Jayla was always being the aggressor. She surely swung on her. Look at this pause that I got it at. Look at Jayla's arm connected with Biggie's face. Oh my god. So at this point, Biggie's very upset and she starts calling everybody weirdos. She's calling Natalie a weirdo, saying like, you set this up, like you let her hit me, blah blah blah, all these things. Like, obviously everybody knew and heard Jayla say she gonna fight Biggie every day. That was not a secret. Well, obviously a secret to Biggie, because Biggie didn't know until right now. But like, you know, yes, they knew she said she's gonna fight her every day, but I don't know that they necessarily knew that she was gonna swing on her in that moment. Maybe they thought she had more self-control. They could see that Biggie clearly wasn't on that time, you know, but it is what it is. Jayla swung, Biggie gets popped. She gets upset. Now she's crying. She's calling Natalie a weirdo. She's like saying F everybody. Girl, she's pissed, okay?
Every day.
You're a weirdo, bitch.
I can't wait to see that you're a weirdo as a freaking meme, because it's iconic. Natalie is then like, why am I in it? What do I have to do with anything? And I actually agree with her. She really doesn't have anything to do with it. Your beef is with Jayla. And then Natalie starts mocking Biggie in her confessional, and I was crying.
You do this shit. You make this big You don't mind. Biggie, we're not gonna blame Natalie. I'm fucking tired of being blamed for all y'all shit.
As you should, Nat. So at this point, a bunch of the girls are trying to like console Biggie, and she is trying to get out of there. You know, she goes to like the back areas, the kitchen, where the kitchen's at, and she's just, you know, she's crying. And Aubrey is so stressed. She's stressed and she's absolutely hilarious. Every time she's in the confessional, I'm so happy to see her.
I'm gonna console the girl that's hurt more. But then it's like, is that a betrayal to Jayla? I don't know. Is it possible to like two people that don't like each other and are beating each other up constantly over nothing? These are questions 2 days ago that I had never asked myself in the history of my life.
She said, in the history of my life. I'm like, me too, sis. I get it. Because I'm like, this is a lot. Like, if you are not used to this type of environment, like if you're not really from the trenches, or like you didn't have to like fight your whole life, and you weren't constantly in fights when you were in school, and you know, you weren't a baddie in that sense, then when you enter a situation like this thinking you going for drinks and shish kebabs, and you go in and it's not drinks and shish kebabs but drinks and shenanigans, you are going to be like, what is this? And so I feel like that's how Aubrey feels. So Jayla is going on this rant and tangent about how she's a skincare girly, and she's so upset because Biggie scratched her, and like she's got to put on color corrector because, you know, there's this scratch there, but we literally can't see it, and the cameras are in 4K. Like, we can't see the markings on your face. And the Claremonts agree. Okay, the Claremonts are like, they understand where she's coming from, but they think that she over exaggerated a bit, and I love that for them. I love that they're calling her on her stuff, because, well, they didn't call her on stuff because it said in confessional, but like they were like, they literally can't see the scratches that she's referring to.
Because if someone touches my face, that's it, you're dead. So I completely get it, but I don't really see anything. Yeah, I feel like she was over exaggerated just a tiny bit.
I realized, fuck, bitch, this is baddies. I had said one more line, I would have ended up like Biggie. Woo-wee. Compassion is not the word over here.
not a good thing.
We don't see Biggie's face a lot on the camera after this because everybody that went to go console her was like wiping her up and, you know, making sure that, you know, she don't get seen on camera with a busted lip. Pretty much nearing the end of this episode, Meatball and Bianca finally arrive to the house. Now, obviously, this is not everybody that's going to be at the house, but these two are people that we met in episode 1 at the dinner. So as soon as Bianca gets there, obviously Sapphire starts pressing her because you snuck me, okay, and then you spat on me, so now it's up, we're gonna fight. As she comes in and that happens, Bianca like beelines and goes around the corner as though she knows she's not trying to fight Sapphire right now. She's not on that type of time today. Maybe she wasn't upset. And so at this point, Meatball starts instigating and calls Bianca out, saying she feels weak for walking in the house with her and she running away. So Bianca's like, how am I supposed to fight her when security is everywhere? Which is true. At this point, security is everywhere. They're not even letting them get close. I guess because of the altercation that happened the night before. Bianca walks off again. And then, you know, Mariah is stating how she does not like the situation that's going on because it puts her in a bad place.
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm really disappointed with the situation and it really hurts my heart, but Bianca already spit and I think at this point it's beyond anything that has to do with me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, when I'm fighting, I get it, all bets are off, but me personally, I'm not gonna fix my mouth to spit at nobody, so I understand where she's coming from. But I still gotta defend my friend, I still gotta make sure, you know, she's okay.
So Saph and Bianca are going at it, but like they cannot get to each other. So Nat tries to say, it's enough of this, it's baddie shot o'clock. Okay, baddie shot o'clock. So Biggie tells Natalie to not talk to her at all. She is completely done with Natalie at this point. And once again, Natalie's like, this issue ain't got nothing to do with me, okay? So Biggie is, you know, at this moment where she's kind of like alone, and so Aubrey does like a breathing exercise with her to try to self-regulate. I don't know how successful she was in the self-regulation.
Hold on, look at her quick and just trust me, okay? Take one breath with me, okay? Just take one breath. Take it. I'm not saying to take it. Don't get caught up in it. Don't get caught up in it.
See what I mean? And so she's just freaking out because she's like, how come when everybody's upset, it's baddie shot o'clock? It shouldn't be that. Girl, this is not therapy. Y'all are in Barbados, okay? You're supposed to be at Carnival. You guys are at the house bickering. Yes, it's baddie shot o'clock. I came here to be a baddie and drink shots, and you guys are over here arguing and carrying on, acting like hens in a coop. Like, fix up. Well, finally, in a turn of events, Sapphire and Bianca finally get the security to move out of their way to allow them to get their Jerry Springer on, okay? When I say it's a mess, it's a mess. Because obviously, Saph removed her arm sling. Like, she's fighting with a dislocated shoulder right now. I don't ever want to be that mad in life that I feel like I have to take off my shoulder sling to whoop tail. What's happening in the world? She takes off her shoulder sling. You know, Bianca and her are pretty much about to duke it out again. They start fighting, and then the episode obviously locks off. I am going to take my kids to the pool right now, so I'm not gonna finish 3 and 4 until later. I'm gonna take off my makeup, take off my wig. Girl, when you see me do episode 3 and 4, I ain't gonna look like this. But that is it for episodes 1 and 2. I will see y'all for 3 and 4, and then once episode 5 comes out, it'll just be 5, and then episode 6, I'm not bulk filming again, okay? Because this is too much work. I love you all so much. Don't forget to comment down below, subscribe if you're not subscribed, like the video, all those things. We love engagement and need it, okay? So do all those things for me, and I will be back for you, okay? I love you all so much, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.